Here we are. And here we are. So this is where the sun belongs. If we put the sun in here, we'll be able to save the world, right? But if I want to go home, I'll have to break it? Oh. Flightship? What should I do? What's the right thing to do? So. Oh no. No, gosh dang it. I knew this was coming. I actually did know about the choice at the end. But they do a really good job of building up both the cases. What do you all think? Return home. I still don't know what's different about Nico. What's changed? Like, wasn't there Homo? I mean, the Neanderthals, they died out. We didn't like merge. Because I'm fairly certain. I mean, it's probably it must. I guess it might be. I don't know enough about biology for this. Will you still stream after this? There is more. I don't know. Depends. So Smart Turkey says return home. But then everyone dies, and presumably, save war that isn't your own, or let it plunge into darkness to return your own home. But also, we're deciding Nico's fate. They trust us. I'd rather not make this choice. Or rather put it on Nico. Why does the entity... What does the entity... Why does the entity... What does the entity get out of... why does the entity believe Nico is worth saving? Specifically. It's made pretty clear that Nico is probably not going to be happy staying here. But also, that's a lot of people. I don't know the rationale for why... I don't actually know the rationale for why the entity doesn't value the people in this world. And what it is. I could tell you why one is more important than the other, but that is major spoilers for the stuff after this. If I don't know, I'm still leaning towards returning the sun. Just because, I don't know. Is it gonna lock me out of content? Like, will this choice affect what happens in the post game? I thought Nico dies if you return the sun. No, Nico doesn't die. Nico's stuck here. Nico can't go home. Nico doesn't just drop dead. Because my thought was that eventually Nico could grow to be happy and, like, you know, maybe, like, because you can move and place. But, like, they do a really good job of hammering home through the game how much Nico wants to return home. But again, Nico isn't going to die by returning home. Could the entity be linked to the Psycho Robot incident that was mentioned before? No, Nico does drop dead. Drop dead? That that does change things. But it's also a spoiler. By technicality. I wouldn't have suspected that would have happened. I guess I said Nico has to pay the price, but I presumed that they would get to stay here. But can I let that weigh on my decision? Technically, the consideration that Nico drops dead isn't something I would have naturally found out. It was a piece of information given without the command. Can I let it affect my decision then? I feel like that, it's the trolley problem now. Before the update, the game showed the options fate. Entire world or one friend. Ooh, just in time. So I was under the impression that Nico would still get to live if we return the sun, just be stuck here. But, like, if Nico actually dies, that changes everything. Right, because it's all been framed about... It's... I think Nico deserves to come home. 404 savior not found. You killed Nico. Also, this is definitely spoiling one of the endings. Look, this affects my choice, and now I'm questioning whether or not I should consider this, you know? Because technically, you telling me what happens if I choose the Return the Sun ending affects my choice in a way that's not natural. Because the whole point of the choice is supposed to make it without truly knowing the consequences of either. Just the information you're given. It does not matter, just choose Nico. And I'm really tempted to, you know, because I really do like Nico quite a bit. But I also like to point out that it is... This isn't... Okay. No, not a poll. We're not doing a poll. I actually want to make this decision myself. You guys are doing... I'm too attached. But you can't just consider one person in this kind of thing, right? Like... What about all the other people? All the other people that like have hope riding on us. But Nico has hope riding on me. Willing to give up everything. We're giving pointers. We're giving you pointers. I have context you don't know on my side. Yes, Smart Kadoki, that has been made clear. And it has definitely tainted the, like... But it's somewhat tainted the choice, right? Because now I know. Like, I have... Like, besides... Before I had the vague implication that something about Nico was different. But now, like, you've been telling me that Nico dies, and that definitely changes. I don't know. I have no proof. I don't know the outcomes. It's all you. I didn't really want to know the outcomes when I made this choice. Like, I really didn't. Because that affects my choice. And, like, here's the thing. Okay, just do eeny, meeny, miny. No, we're not doing meeny, meeny, miny, mo. We are deciding regularly. See, the thing is, my thesis is I was going to do Return the Sun because I thought Nico would live. And then it would say we killed Nico, and that would be like a gut punch to me. And therefore it would affect me. But now that can't happen, because I know now what happens with the Return the Sun ending. So that gut punch has been robbed. But beyond that, there is simply... But then what do I do here? I don't want Nico to die. can't just eeny, meeny, miny things. I mean, I'm trying to also lay out the interesting moral complexities of the choice. The fact that people rely on a children's rhyme. Because, like, think about it, right? All these people, I think there's something interesting. All these people are depending upon Nico, but Nico is depending upon me. And I guess I have to choose the responsibilities. Do I let my one bond with this one person, even though it's stronger than my bond with the other people, get in the way? Fine, Return the Sun. I'm not even advocating for Return the Sun now. I'm just not like it's your decision now. I have no part in it. Sure. Do I have the right? Sorry for spoiling. This is my punishment. My mouth is going to be indecisive either way, but yes, I will say again, the spoiling. I would totally have already picked Return the Sun by now if it weren't for your revelations. And I will say, I am kind of disappointed by that. I think that ending would have been quite a nice gut punch, but now that I kind of know what it is, I think I will let it factor into my decisions, though. I'm just contemplating. I'm legitimately thinking about it. Which I know isn't entertaining, but... all that hope. We as humans are wired in a way that the stakes feel higher when it's people we care about. And it's actually interesting a lot of media. But is it right? Is it good? People say love is what makes us human. And they're wrong, but besides them being wrong, what does love do here? It kills the whole world. Just because the love is stronger for this one character? Is that right? Well, we'll still get overtaken by the bug now that I think about it. What is the bug? I didn't mean to say more things. This will be for nothing. Oh, you mean the glitches? Yes, because they mentioned that it was still glitching. they had the one person asking if it was better to have a long, drawn-out death than a quick one. Stop being philosophical. That's my job. Is it your job? I don't remember you being particularly philosophical. I'm a philosophical person, thank you very much. I wouldn't have thought about it. It's a common dilemma, actually. People love this dilemma. It was in Spider-Man. And then but in Spider-Man they saved everyone, so it doesn't matter. But no, the idea of a personal versus a, like, weighing a personal connection against a general one. This is a common it actually shows up quite a bit. There's a whole version of the trolley problem that's like, okay, but what if it's your friend on the line? I know not if what I do is right. If what I do is the correct action objectively. I made my whole Chris question of if someone else's free will is truly free. I don't remember that. And so I don't know how that philosophical question works. But if I were in the trolley problem, and it was Galaxy Wolf on the line, I would definitely save Galaxy over the other people. And that may not be morally right. But, like, you know, it may not be morally right, but it is natural. Human nature. Think about the bigger picture of Nico in the world. Either Nico dies for nothing or they won't. Thanks, Mars Katervi. Thank you for underscoring how you have somewhat messed with the choices. Well, you can have to do that. I trust your judgment, lady. Oh, thanks, Diego. Also, we're gonna have to talk about you learning to, like, think by yourself. Now that you're not dead. Ooh, that's nice. Window shake. Well, Flightsy? What happened? It's very dark in here. Everyone's dead. Oh. I can see a light at the end of the passage. I think I hear a voice, too. Mama? I could hear her calling me. All I need to do is pass through this wall. Finally be home again. Ah, Flightsy, I guess this is goodbye. I'm glad I got to meet you, Flightsy. I'm glad I got to meet you and kill all those people, too. Not the killing people particularly. I'm just... Yeah, I choose you, the Pokemon. Huh? Thank you for everything. Oh, thanks. Thanks, game. Good job. Wonderful. Wow. How late, though? I don't know. I'm not certain. I never set these things in stone. don't know. It was gonna make me feel bad, and whatever ending, wasn't it? I'd like to point out that, like, just because the glitch might have eventually taken the world, putting the sun in would still have definitely at least helped. Because again, it's not just the end. It's not just about the journey. At the end, it's about the journey. You know, this planet's eventually gonna die, and as much as we seem to be expediting that, again, like, it doesn't mean that just because the planet will die eventually doesn't mean we shouldn't, like, prevent climate change. And both the endings really suck, though. Yeah, I could tell. 1 Life for 5, I crashed the train into both lanes. No. No, not murder. Look, I don't think that putting the sun in is entirely unjustified. Or is entirely, unjustified. I still think there's justification for it. Because there is still a justification for helping. There is still justification for helping these people live a little longer, even if they are eventually doomed. Because, you know, we're eventually doomed. But we should still stop climate change. Fatal error, savior not found, shutting down. Will you have biased views of my Auna? I mean, probably not. I am mildly annoyed about the choice thing.